get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube. What's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. And today, man, one of my guys reached out to me this week, and he was alluding to the fact that he was last in his league. He's, every season he's last in the league in creating turnovers or defensive turnovers, interceptions, fumbles, whatever, what have you. And I was like, man, that's kind of hard to believe, because he's at first he's a good player. But my thing is, it's like on this game, there are ways to, it's just so many ways to create turnovers. And I mean, and so first thing, I don't play a lot of man-to-man. I'll play a more combo coverage, a zone with some guys manned up, or something like that. But just straight man-to-man, in most situations, I'm not going to play man-to-man, because on this game, to me, man-to-man is just a recipe for a busted coverage or one-play touchdown. Or it just, the man, when I hear people say how good the man is or how good it's gotten, I'm still like, where? It's like, man, when I see man to man, I'm like, man, boy, where are we gonna exploit this? And so for me, I'm more of a zone guy. I have my own little coverage shells and whatnot that I kind of create, out of a lot of different defenses. And so y'all probably heard me talk about the box defense concept. I run that. The box concept is crazy. I wish I could just sit here and tell you what it is, but it's a box. But it takes away so much. And so what that does, essentially, that makes it easy for me to use her in the middle of the field. You know what I'm saying? It just does. It makes my usering, because I know what I'm supposed to take away. And I think that's the problem that a lot of us have on Madden. We try to take away so much. We over adjust, or we get caught in between adjustments, and I do it all the time. And we basically kind of pull ourselves out of position, or out of a good, good defensive position, or sound positioning, especially when it comes to our zones. Because it's like, now that I've been playing with Tom Brady, so you get to see the coverage shells and stuff. And so I'm like, man, I would never put that on the field. Like, sometimes, you hit the L2, R2, and the coverage shell comes up, and it's like, man, what in the world are you thinking about? You know what I'm saying? And so it's just kind of crazy when I look at it. But for me, I understand, because of all the screen passes, the screen and the RPO metas and all that kind of stuff, that we have to over adjust. And so that's something I'm hoping that the next series of games will bring, especially with the beta coming out next week. I just want to kind of see how the defense, how the alignments are better. I think I heard them talk about how the alignment should be more organic, or, a little bit better. And so a lot of the problems on this game, especially with man-to-man, is the fact that you'll call a man-to-man, and then the guy who's guarding the guy lines up all the way across the field. It's like, wait a minute, this is not gonna work. Why won't the guy who's over there let him guard him? Yeah. And so I think with being able to disguise your coverage shells, That's something that's going to be on the college. I'm not sure about Madden, but I guess we'll find out in the next few days. If that is just being able to disguise your shell, and mean your secondary alignment, it should give the defense, it should give the art of disguise on defense, it should give that a lot better meaning and purpose, because like I said, a lot of times some of this stuff, these aren't great plays. It's just the alignments are always off when against certain formations. The bunch offset, the alignment's always going to be off against that to a certain degree. So yeah, you just have to kind of take that with a grain of salt and adjust the way that we do to stop it, calling the cover 6s and the cover 9s and all that other stuff. And so for me personally, one thing that I don't think a lot of people do is SWAT. And for me, I get more turnovers when I go for SWATs than I actually do when I go for the actual interception itself. So it's like if I go for a SWAT with a guy, generally, if I'm in perfect position, they're still going to let me go for the pick anyway, or he's going to tip the ball to the trailing guy and I'm going to get the interception that way. And so, just that along with again, if you know what you're calling on defense, you know that you're double mabling one side and you have a cover 2 on the other side, but the cover 2 on the other side only takes away the flats. So with whoever you have as a user, you should be ready to cover the deep corner route, or you should at least kind of cheat that way, because that's the hole in your defense. And so a lot of times we get caught with the worst holes in the defense and we don't try to cover them, with the user. We just think the pressure is going to get there a lot of the times. And I'm like, nah. And that's why I'm not going to say I don't blitz a lot. I think I blitz probably a little bit more now than I was at the beginning of this cycle. But it's like now for some reason, I feel more confident in the zones or in the coverages that I'm putting on the field, and knowing that I'm going to have guys in certain spots that guys like to throw. If you put the guys in the spots that guys like to throw, if you can take away the flats and the corner routes, that's why double mabling is so popular, because supposedly it takes away the flats and the corner routes, because guys generally are not that comfortable with throwing across the middle of the field, especially throwing at the user most times. Most guys are only making like 1 or 2 reads. Most guys aren't making that third read or they're waiting for that other guy to come into play. Nah. And so what happens is, if you take away those first 2 reads, most guys who play this game are generally gonna maybe either try to escape with the quarterback, or they're gonna make a sort of like a panic throw like that, where they're gonna throw into a blind spot and this guy's just sitting there. And so even, this stuff will come out with the college football guide. Oh yeah, by the way, the college football guide, college football 25, the mechanics guide that I'm releasing, the pre-orders will go up on I'm thinking the 16th. I want to say the 16th of this month. So in a few days, we'll start taking the pre-orders, all the way up until a certain point in time. The emails will be sent out. Anyway, man, it is your boy Coach.